So good afternoon. I want to thank everyone for attending this afternoon's webinar. My name is Andre Cohen. I'm the Director of Business Development at Hello Network. And today we're going to be talking about beyond the tourist attraction and really, how technology can help transform the way you attract, engage, and incentivize visitors and ultimately optimize campaign revenues. So at Hello, we support local, and we've launched dozens of tourism and shop local campaigns. We're 100% Canadian owned and operated. We're headquartered in Montreal. I'm based in Toronto, and we have a unique enhanced technology platform. We have the first closed loop multi-wallet reloadable Visa prepaid card. And with our technology, you can actually pinpoint and direct where money is spent. If you have a targeted group of attractions you want to promote, we can direct all spend to those specific attractions. The Hello Reward Card is truly a restricted card and can only be used at merchants that are designated by the promoter. We've got real-time data and analytics. We've got mobile capabilities with our platform and websites. And it's all backed by a technology that cannot be found on any other prepaid card. And you can truly incentivize consumers based on your specific goals and objectives. So I think a challenge for many attractions, destinations, and associations is not only creating demand during the shoulder season, but maximizing revenue during the peak season. And, this is done by incentivizing, promoting, offering unique value proposition, and maybe adding bonuses. You create demand and a powerful call to action. It's critical that you don't discount, but you want to add value, collaboration and exclusive partnerships, and unique offers and experiences that are only available during specific times of the year. It's about creating a compelling value proposition to visit alternative locations and boost revenue year-round. So I think many of the challenges in tourism, and if we talk specifically about what happened pre-COVID and post-COVID, I think we can all agree the impact of COVID on the tourism industry was severe and in some cases caused irreparable harm. What we have also heard is the disconnect between local businesses and tourism. Are you seeing the same in your markets? And feel free to add your comments in the chat. If you've got your findings, your questions about what you've seen pre and post COVID, please add them in the chat and we can address them at the end. If we look at pre-COVID, according to Destination Canada, tourism was booming globally and was on pace to continue growing year over year. And growth was driven by a strong global economy, rising incomes, and increased demand for travel. And members saw the value in being part of a tourism association. And then we get into the post-COVID world, and it created a shift in travel patterns, with many people choosing to travel and explore destinations closer to home. There's greater competition now for the tourism dollar, and the economic uncertainty led to a reduction in discretionary spending, resulting in a greater emphasis on pricing and value. Associations, destinations, really need to win back these past guests and members, attract new ones. So how do you drive more traffic? How do you drive more revenue and create more awareness? So if we look at the shift in tourism, and I love this quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson about it's not the destination, it's the journey. And, what do I mean by that? What do I mean when I say the journey? And that's just about engaging with visitors long before they arrive at your destination and after they have left. And, what we've seen with this shift is primarily with technology. You've got online research, online booking engines, online promotions and incentives. And there's a lot more now of experience-based tourism. Travelers are looking for more authentic and meaningful travel rather than just visiting the popular destinations. And Personalization, about creating unique and customized experiences for travelers and visitors, and understanding why they chose your destination. What was your value proposition? What set you apart from the competition? Okay. So, what needs to change? And the tourism industry truly needs to embrace innovation and technology to enhance the guest experience and the customer journey, providing a compelling reason to visit. Don't discount, add value. Instead of a 20% discount, add 40%, add a 40% bonus. It's much greater impact for the consumer. It's much greater impact for the merchants and attractions, and you strengthen your brand. With a discount, you discount your brand. Establishing relationships before the guests arrive creates trust and the potential of repeat business and referrals. Overall, the tourism industry needs to be flexible, adaptive, and innovative. And the evolution of how tourism is promoted, it's about focusing on the experience, and as I mentioned earlier, focusing on the journey. This includes all aspects of the decision-making process. You have an audience of one during the decision-making process. It's at this point where the customer, where the visitor, where the guest is going to make that decision on whether they want to visit your attraction or go somewhere else. So it's during that one-to-one interaction where you have to really create and state your value proposition. And DMOs are working closely with tourism businesses to create promotional campaigns and offers that showcase their region. Digital marketing allows for greater reach and targeting specific demographic groups. Mobile devices, as we all know, more folks are accessing the internet from their phones. So having a mobile-friendly application to research your destination and participate in your programs, your incentives is critical. And online research. Visitors are interacting with your brand long before they make the decision and before they arrive at your destination. What sets you apart from the competition? What value add can you offer? And the importance of data. We can't understate the importance of data. And it's essential within the tourism industry. It provides valuable insight into behavior, preferences, and trends. Customer insight, and provides information on where visitors like to go and what they like to do. And real-time analytics during a promotional campaign can even give you the ability to pivot if something is not going according to your plan or to your goals and objectives within the campaign. And data can help DMOs better understand their destination and the needs and wants of visitors. Measuring success, what worked and what didn't. And what I've also learned and what I've heard from within the industry is that data can also be leveraged and used to support additional opportunities for outside funding and sponsorship opportunities. If you can back up what you've done in the past to potential sponsors and potential backers with real data, it goes a long way in trying to secure outside funding. Okay. Sorry, just and then part and parcel with the data effectiveness is the importance of measuring ROI and evaluating the return on your investment, measuring the marketing effectiveness, and was the program a success? If yes, why? If no, why not? And improving efficiencies, identify areas where you can cut costs and where costs can be streamlined or reduced. And ROI is an important metric, again, for attracting visitors and securing funding for future growth and development. And it demonstrates accountability to all stakeholders, and that includes investors, customers, government agencies, and demonstrates that you're making the most of effective use of your resources. So a little bit about Hello. We are your technology partner. Our consumer activation platform gives you the ability to create promotional offers with value add bonus offers where results can create a significant economic impact and be measured with real-time data. we essentially become an extension of your brand. So our solution, we are the first to market with a closed loop reward card. It's a Visa branded, reloadable prepaid card where you as the promoter control where the card can be used and redeemed. We offer a unique solution for value-added bonus offers for visitors. You create a bonus offer where you enhance the value as opposed to discounting the brand. Determine the behavior you want to encourage. We talked about the data and analytics, and you're getting real-time data. This is available 24/7 online. You get metrics on who's visiting, why they're visiting, and where they're going. And it provides additional accountability, has never been more accurate and timely. And then the ROI tracking. You evaluate and assess the program's success as to what worked, what didn't, and improving efficiencies. And it's a turnkey solution of what we offer. There's no technology to buy. There's no hardware or software. No additional resources are required. We do all the heavy lifting for onboarding the merchants within your program and getting your program up and running. Okay. So here's an example of a bonus offer that we did for the town of Newmarket. And again, so here you can see that they're not discounting their brand, they're adding value. In this case, it's a 25% bonus to shop locally within select merchants in downtown Newmarket. Consumers would load their own funds onto the card, and once they receive the card and activate it, they instantly get a 25% bonus loaded onto their Hello Visa card. I'm just going to flip to... So the power of a bonus offer as an economic lever is has worked in countless number of promotions that we've run in our shop local programs, in our tourism campaigns. And essentially the consumer would load $100 of their own funds onto the card. They would pay by credit card on our website that we manage on espacehello.ca. And once they've activated the offer, they will get a 40% bonus that will be added onto the card. So the beauty of this program is because now we're adding value, you get the merchants are going to get the added sales lift when that consumer comes in to purchase in store. And what we've seen is that there's the minimum sales lift a merchant would see is about 57%. So that $140 card now becomes $220 in sales for that merchant. So you can see the impact and the effectiveness of the program. Whereas if you think about, you go back to a 20% discount, where if you were to discount that card, consumer pays $80 for a $100 card. Now they walk into the store with $100 instead of $140. You add that 57% of additional sales lift, and it's $157. So $157 versus $220. I think we can agree what the merchant would prefer as far as a consumer coming into their store. And the parameters that are under your control, as the promoter, you determine the eligible businesses for the program, where you want those funds directed. You determine the budget available for the bonus dollars. The bonus percentage offered can be anywhere from 25 to 50%. What we found is that 40% is that sweet spot of bonus offers. It gets a lot of attraction and a lot of traction. Every program that we've run at Hello has sold out. And you also limit how much a citizen can actually load onto a card and participate into a program. You want to spread the net as wide as you can. And of course, the duration of the campaign is all up to the promoter. So again, I just want to just highlight the effectiveness of the bonus offer and how it works with respect to the lift effect. So we've got the consumers loading $100 onto the card. They're getting a 40% bonus, which is the $40. Now they've got $140 to spend. With the additional sales lift, that an additional $80 odd. So it's $220 of economic impact to the merchant. And that 57% will vary by category. So it does vary by merchant type. this the details here might be a little difficult to see, but essentially you as the promoter will have access to 24/7 access to our enterprise reporting suite. And you'll get information as far as how many cards were loaded in the program, what was the denomination of the cards that were loaded, where the cards were used. So you'll get specific merchant information, that's dollar amounts that were spent at each individual merchant. You'll get postal code information as to where the cards were utilized. And you also get demographic information, because part of our due diligence that we do on behalf of the bank and the network, we capture certain demographics on the participants. So you get aggregate information on age, gender, whether they're students, retired, what professional work industry they work in. So there's a lot of detailed information that you get with the data suite that we provide, and it allows you to target specific demographics in future campaigns. So here's an example of a program we did for Tourism Montérégie. And essentially, it was the objectives were for folks to discover the region. And what they did was there was a partnership, and this is what I talked about earlier about creating and establishing partnerships for your programs. So they partnered with specific hotels in the area and over 60 different local businesses. So consumers who would participate would have a qualifying 2-night stay at a participating hotel. And upon check-in, they'd receive the Hello Instant card. So the Hello Instant card was valued at $100. And once they checked in, they'd have this card, they would activate the card, and then they had the choice of over 60 different merchants where they could utilize that card and explore the region. And the phase 2 of this particular project would be where the individual merchants could offer their own bonuses on top of what the customer's already, or what the guest is already receiving. So I'm going to show you some of the results with this program. So for the Montérégie program, there was $150,000 of reward budgets for this program. And that's essentially 1,500 cards at $100 each. Then we look at the lift effect of 57%. So that's an additional $86,000, just over $86,000 in additional sales lift that the participating merchants would have seen. And then the hotel revenue of $450,000, which is based on 2 nights at $150 a night. So you can see it's $686,000, just over $686,000 of economic impact for this particular campaign. And I just want to make a note that $686,000 does not even include any additional services or meals that a consumer would have had in the hotel itself. So the hotel revenue could have been even higher. So, I talked earlier about the Hello journey, and when you partner with Hello, we work with you before, during, and after your campaigns. And it's about creating unique incentives, bonus offers, unique value proposition, and sharing our best practices on what's worked. Custom designed web space on our eSpaceHello.ca website, and creating awareness for your offer and your brand in a new sales and media channel. During the promotion, now visitors and guests are discovering new destinations that are being promoted, and these destinations are also promoted on our web space. So any of your partners, any of the merchants that are part of the program, they're all identified on the web space as well, so that folks can see ahead of time the new places that they can discover. It helps drive more traffic and the boosted economic impact for your program. And this is all while having access to real-time data and analytics. And then after the program, of course, the ROI tracking, you can assess and account for to see how your program worked, what didn't work, post-program analysis, the business intelligence, and this is information that you can share with stakeholders, sponsors and investors, and even government agencies. And I do want to indicate as well that the data that I showed you, this is only for the sponsor. You choose to share what you want with your partners, your merchant partners, or anyone else that's involved in your program. But you as the sponsor, that's the data and analytics are for you. So really, we provide truly a turnkey approach in implementing a program. You select the participating merchants for your program, provide us with the creative that we're going to be putting on the eSpace Hello website, and that's essentially it. And then we work with you on determining, again, as we talked about, the best practices, what's going to be the ideal bonus offer percentage, the value of your actual bonus dollars available, and we take care of the rest. We do all the heavy lifting. We'll activate each of the merchants individually, so it's truly a closed network. So we have a process of capturing the terminal ID for each of the participating merchants. We solicit those merchants as well to see if they want to add additional bonuses to increase the purchasing power of visitors and guests. And we deploy your space, your offer on the Hello eSpace website. We process the applications. We ship the cards directly to consumers, or if it's an instant program like that hotel program, we ship the cards in bulk to the hotels, and they distribute the cards instantly to visitors when they check in. And then, of course, we offer support to visitors and merchants, and of course, you, the promoter. And that is the presentation. So we've got, how can I contact you? So I see we've got one question. So my email address, so my email, which was on the first slide, but it's acohen@hellonetwork.ca, acohen, A-C-O-H-E-N, @hellonetwork.ca, and my phone number, 416-726-0035. How does your card work for the user? How easy and how long does it take to activate? It's a simple process for the user. So when they register for a program, when they participate in a program, they'll enter in their credit card information to load their portion of the bonus offer, and then they'll receive a personalized card by mail in about 5 days. When they receive the card, it's just a matter, there'll be instructions on the card, on the card carrier, on how to activate the card. Once they've activated the card, the bonus amount will be added onto the card, and then they use the card just like any other Visa prepaid card. So as long as the merchant can accept Visa, which most merchants are in that position to accept Visa, they walk into the merchant, to a participating merchant, and they can tap to pay. So I do also want to indicate that the card is a contactless card, EMV. So it's you can do tap to pay at point of sale. Does the user? No, there are no fees for the user. The promoter will. There are fees to the promoter, to activation fees for the card itself, but for the user itself, they're loading $100 onto the card. They get a bonus of $140. They get the full effect of that $140 on the card. You said we could choose merchants, so wondering what type of merchant and what areas are available. I'm not sure what you mean by areas, but essentially, if you've got if we look at the shop local, the choose local campaign for Newmarket, so they've got the downtown core of downtown Newmarket. So it's up to the promoter to decide which merchants are going to participate in the program. So if you think about a downtown business association, a BIA, there are many different industries and sectors that are part of a BIA, and a program like this wouldn't necessarily be relevant to all members. Then there's community centers, doctors, lawyers, accountants. So some of those folks, it might not be as applicable to them. So, restaurants, bars. Oh, are you available ever in Canada? Yes, we are. Yeah, we operate across Canada. Does the card have so the way it works with the card itself, with a bonus offer, most of the bonus programs that we run, they'll run for about a year. Now, a program can sell out in a day, it can sell out in a few hours. But the way that it works is consumer participates in the program. They enter their credit card information to get load their $100, receive the card, activate it. Now they've got $140 on the card. So they have a year to take advantage of that $40 bonus. Worst case scenario, the consumer does not use the card. The $40 will fall off the card, but the $100 that they loaded, that's their money, moves to what we call the open wallet portion of the card, which means they can use that our Hello Visa card anywhere in Canada that accepts Visa. Now, that being said, we want to encourage usage of the card. All right, the promoter wants the card used, the merchants want the card used. So what we do, if it's a year to use that $40 of bonus dollars, 30 days before that expiry, before the $40 falls off the card, we send out a reminder email to the consumer, to the card holder. Don't forget, you've got these bonus dollars available. Go and use your card. And then again, 7 days before the program is set to expire, we send out another reminder email prompting the user to use the card. What we found, though, is that in a given campaign, 60% of the overall load is used within the first 4 months of the campaign, and then it'll trail off from there. So unlike a traditional gift card, folks are actively participating in this program. So the usage of our card is much higher than a traditional gift card. It's more active as opposed to a gift card, which is passive. You think about scenarios of a gift card where you're buying a gift card, you're giving it to someone else as a gift. They say that's great, they're getting it as a gift, but those cards tend to be forgotten. Whereas with our card, it's an active process for the consumer. They've seen what the offer that you're promoting. They're going to the eSpace Hello to participate in the program. They're putting their credit card information down. So they're actively participating in the program. Therefore, the usage of our card is much higher than a more traditional gift card. Can you recap the cost of a campaign using your platform if we need any technical people to manage the campaign and how your fees are structured? So essentially the way the program is priced is that we have a licensing fee of $5,000, and that allows we can onboard up to 100 merchants for that $5,000 annual. It's an annual license fee, and you can run as many campaigns during that time. And then the activation fee is 7.5% of the value load of the card. And that 7.5% is paid by the promoters. This goes back to an earlier question about any fees to the card holder, and the answer was no. So the activation fee is paid for by the promoter. If we need technical people to manage the campaign and no, you don't need technical folks to manage the campaign. That's why I say Hello will do all the heavy lifting. We work with you to talk about how you want to budget the program, what kind of offer you want to put forward. You provide us with a list of merchants that you want to be onboarded into the program. We've got a welcome kit that that you as a promoter would send out to your members, and that welcome kit gives them information on how they can even onboard themselves into the program. We have a way of a process of capturing their terminal ID with a card number that we provide. Essentially, we do a test transaction with the merchant, and a lot of merchants can onboard themselves. We can do outbound phone calls as well to sort of help a merchant and walk them through that process. So there's no technical resources that are required on the part of the promoter, apart from giving us a list of merchants and giving us the creative that you want for us to put on the eSpace Hello webpage. Okay, I think I've answered your question. I hope I did answer your question. So no further questions, Tibet. I guess that's it. So, oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so I'm just going to recap, just sort of give my contact information again. So it's A Cohen, ACOH. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Tibet. So there's my contact information. So please reach out, and we can certainly set up a follow-up phone call, follow-up meeting to discuss anything program specific that you have in mind, and how we can work together.